if you ever get the chance to just leave the shores of Nigeria, you will realize that half of the things we've been praying for, it's going to change.
For you to want me to catch me, 'cause I'm falling for you. Why would you lie to me? You said you'd try for me.
Hi guys, welcome to our podcast, Giggles and All. My name is Nekky.
And my name is Dami.
So on today's episode, we're going to be diving into a very important topic, faith as an immigrant.
Mm-hmm.
So guys, stay tuned with us because I feel like this is a topic that a lot of us, want to talk about. We want to hear how our faith has changed as we have moved to our various destinations abroad. How our lives have taken a new turn. Maybe work has not allowed you, be that type of person, be that prayer warrior you were in Nigeria. So we're going to be digesting all those things with you.
Yes.
So stay tuned, guys.
Yes, and don't forget to like,
Yes.
comment,
Share and subscribe. Thank you.
Thank you so much to all our past subscribers, and for all of you that keep watching our videos, we really appreciate you.
Yes.
So today, having this discussion by ourselves will not really cut it. So we brought in a very special person.
Mm-hmm.
He's our friend.
Yeah.
He's a leader.
Mm-hmm.
He's very good at what he does.
Yes.
And he's also somebody I feel like can do justice to this topic. So please help us welcome Ali.
Thank you for having me.
It's such a pleasure to have you here.
Yes.
Thank you for taking the time to come, sit down with us and discuss
Mm-hmm.
important topics like this. We appreciate you.
Yeah, thank you so much, Ali, for joining us on today. Thank you for making our time to be here with us. And, just to dive into what we have for today, we'll do like what we call like the icebreaker questions. They help us to get to know our guests a little better and kind of like ease the tension in the room.
Yeah.
So the first question we have for you is, what's one small ritual that makes you feel at home no matter where you are?
Yeah, that's a good question. So, one ritual I do basically almost every day is I do listen to Christian worship songs and praises. This is something I still do. Like I've been doing back home then before even coming here. So it gives me the memory and everything. So I just feel like I'm still back home, kind of. But yeah, that would be one thing. You said one. I don't want to mention more than one.
Yeah.
So yeah, I do listen to Christian songs, praises. Yeah, it gives me that memory.
Yeah.
Yes.
I agree.
I agree too. Yeah, especially like if it's like Nigerian Christian vibes.
Yeah,
All the
basically
songs, yeah.
it's Nigerian.
Okay,
I
yeah,
love the
get that.
Nigerian worship and
Worship,
praises.
yeah.
It kind of lifts my spirit up.
Mm.
And then yeah, once I get, more especially when I get into the worship section,
Mhm.
it makes me feel my faith, spirit, and everything gets stirred up.
Yeah.
And I feel like, oh, I'm back home. I'm already in the Nigerian setting and
Settle.
everything. So
Yeah.
yeah.
That's amazing.
That's amazing. Our next question is, has migration changed what you believe or how you believe?
Oh. I would say no. It does not change what I believe or how I believe it, because let me put it this way. So I grew up in a missionary environment, like in a missionary school. My dad was a reverend. So I have this, what I would say, a strong, solid, like Christian background.
Perfect for this topic.
Yeah, so moving here, nothing really changed for me personally. Just that I would like to put it this way, that it gave me a different perception.
Do you mind sharing that perception with us?
Sure. It gave me a different perception about this part of the world. So I used to believe back then that once you're a Christian, I have this myopic thinking that anywhere you go on this planet Earth, it's all going to be the same, like the way it has been back in Nigeria. So going deeper into that, I used to think, the way we take it in Nigeria, we don't joke with our Christian beliefs, our worship and everything. So moving here, I kind of feel like we used to think the West is dominantly like Christians and everything, I used to have that perception that they go to church the way we go to church, the way we do things, the way we worship.
Yeah.
When I came here, it was something else.
Yeah.
Not what I expected, not what I've been thinking. So I discovered so many things, like the people that do attend church here and how they conduct their worship service.
Yeah.
It's totally different.
Yeah.
And if you're still back home, you might still think, oh, it's the same everywhere. No, it's not.
Yeah.
So, but if you move down here, you now see that things are being done differently and the beliefs are totally different.
Yeah. I was also
Yes.
wondering, like, do you have an idea of, like, I'm pretty sure you have, like, friends of, like, other religion and stuff. Do you think, or you don't?
Yes, I do.
Okay.
I do. So basically, I'm from the northern part of Nigeria.
Yeah.
So our community is mixed.
Yeah.
Basically, you have different faiths, and so you don't see more of like people from the north here.
Yeah.
So when it comes to the faith aspect of that, yeah, there are other different faiths and beliefs here, but the way they worship and their own perception is totally different from what we experience back home.
Yeah.
Yeah, or let me put it this way: should I say we overdo, kind of.
You mean the Christians?
Both.
Both. Oh, okay.
Yes, we kind of overdo, probably because of some factors.
Okay.
But here, I kind of feel like they take it in a different direction.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah. Do you want me to go into specifics?
I don't think.
Okay. All right.
It's just I just feel like, oh, like coming from the Christian side, then maybe you'd have like an idea of like if you have friends or something that say, oh, for the other religions, do you think their perception changes when they come here too? That was why I was just asking.
Yeah, from my experience, their perception do change because they now see that, oh, this life has a different approach to everything, and your environment kind of influence how you see the religion, how the teachings vary, and how for example, let me just give an example. Our teachings back home, some, not all, kind of a little bit extreme. But here, it kind of shows you both religions, or even more than two, kind of shows you like there's still love, there is still togetherness, no much difference. I kind of feel like the state rule and everything kind of supersedes any religious belief. So you just have to do whatever the state rule is. So you have to obey, the
laws.
constitution, the laws, and everything.
Yeah.
So that changes everything.
Yeah. So the last question I have for you here is: what's one funny story or unexpected moment you had when attending a church abroad?
So one thing not really funny or unexpected. Yeah, it's kind of unexpected to say. So one thing that was unexpected, I used to think like, when I go to the church, it's gonna be filled up. You see the crowd, you see different age groups, the elders down to the youths, It is, I was shocked. Basically, it's just, I see the elderly go to church, and you hardly see the young ones.
Oh, yeah,
they don't care so much. I'm not trying to say like the young people don't attend church here. They do, but not much. Back home, you see the energy, you see the youths, like the hunger for the word of God and everything. But here it's totally different. I've visited a couple of churches. I realized like mostly you see the elderly.
Yeah.
You hardly see the children.
Okay.
Yeah, so that's unexpected.
Okay.
Yes.
All right. Thank you so much, Ali, for those interesting stories and take you gave us for the icebreaker questions. So right now we're going to be moving into the next thing we have, where we share two stories. We ask for your take, your advice, and some words of encouragement for the people asking some of these questions. So
yeah. So our first story is, did comfort kill my faith? Back in Nigeria, my entire life revolved around faith. My mom was a prayer warrior, the type that would wake the whole compound with fire, Holy Ghost fire at 3 a.m. And honestly, I needed it. Things were tough. NEPA could take lights in the middle of the night. Landlords threatening to lock our gates because rent's never complete. And my biggest prayer point was always, God, let me make it abroad. Fasting was easy because half the time food wasn't plenty anyway. Church was where I poured out all my frustration, all my hopes. I was always on fire because the struggles kept me desperate for God's hand. Fast forward, I finally got my student visa and came abroad. Life here is different. Rent is paid monthly, bills go through autopay, buses come when they say they will come. And even if you're broke, there's still food banks and Wi-Fi. Suddenly, I realized I don't pray like before. My midnight prayers, gone. My fasting, rare. Even in church, I just sit there, calm, now shouting, not shouting, die, die, die like before. And here's the truth, I feel guilty. Was my faith ever about God or just about survival? Because now that life looks more comfortable, my spiritual fire seems to be dying out. But another part of me wonders, maybe this is just growth. Maybe faith abroad isn't about shouting or fasting as much. Maybe it's about quiet trust and balance. Still, when I call my mom, she always asks it. Are you still praying the way you used to? And I honestly don't know what to say. So I'm asking the podcast, does comfort kill faith? Or is faith supposed to evolve with lifestyle? Do we really need hardship to stay spiritually strong?
Yeah, an interesting story. So I love this story because when I was back home, there's this senior colleague of mine that studied in Malaysia. So he gave us a lot of stories about how the system works, which is totally different from back home. So, but why I brought this is because he told me something that if you ever get the chance to just leave the shores of Nigeria, he did not specifically mention any country. He said, you will realize that half of the things we've been praying for and how we are so much like tied to going to the church, our faith and everything, we pray, we fast, he said it's going to change. Because he said that the system, meaning the government, they have already put some of these things at check. They've taken care of some of these things that you don't have to pray about those things.
Yeah.
So when I came here, I noticed those things. The system works. We do pray for a lot of things back in Nigeria, even for common power. We just want to see 24 hours power.
Yeah.
You need clean water to drink. The transportation system is broken. You know, the noise and the system doesn't work. Everybody knows that it doesn't work because we do watch, you know, we see a lot of things on movies, we watch, you know, live footages online. So what I feel is that once you move abroad, honestly, to be frank, if you're not like really the committed type, you just want to keep your faith and your way of worship and everything, it's actually going to change. Because half of your problems, let me say half or 50%, has been solved by the government. The transport system is efficient. There is always the basic infrastructure are there. You have constant power. You don't have to worry about clean water. You don't have to worry about some of the things we do pray for. We just pray for a better living. And when you move abroad, they have a better living. Let me put it that way. They have a better living.
Yeah.
So you don't have to worry about those things or pray for about those things. So you realize that your prayer points kind of reduce. If you have, for example, 10 prayer points, automatically you change maybe to 2 or 3.
Yeah.
You just want to succeed, make maybe good money or something like that, and that's all. You don't worry about, oh, if I'm traveling, I'm gonna the driver has to be careful to drive, you know, unexpected accident, overspeeding. There is no overspeeding. Everything is at check. So actually I experienced myself I notice some things I don't. For example, if I'm going to travel like in Nigeria, if I'm using the public transportation system, I do pray my last prayer. Yes, okay, before hopping on that bus.
So the last prayer is like, God, if anything happens,
let me make heaven. But here, I've never done that. Yeah. Honestly, I don't. Yeah,
issues.
it's not accident can happen. It doesn't
Yes,
matter no matter the
accidents
check.
can also-
But the way they are careful and the way everything is in check,
Yeah.
you kind of forget about that,
It's
honestly.
true.
So,
It's true.
That's actually a good point to round it up.
yes.
Yeah, I agree. So we're going to be diving into our next story. So our next story is concerning how much do we need to lean on faith as an immigrant. So the story goes like this. My name is Ebuka, and I've been in Germany for 3 years now. Back home in Enugu, I was that church guy. Choir practice, midweek service, evangelism, all of it. People even used to call me pastor playfully. When I was leaving Nigeria, I told myself that no matter how hard life got abroad, my faith would carry me. But honestly, reality has been tougher than I imagined. Rent is high, bills don't wait, and finding a job as an immigrant is like climbing Mount Everest. I've applied for over 100 jobs and still nothing. Everybody around me keeps saying I'm wasting time. My auntie told me, this is Germany, not Enugu. You need connections, not choir practice. Wow. My friends laugh at me because they are networking and doing side hustle. I'm spending my night in church videos, fasting and praying. Even the little allowance I get, I still pay my tithes. Now, the pressure is getting real. My landlord has started warning me about late payments. My friends call me too spiritual to be useful. And worst of all, my girlfriend says, Ebuka, maybe it's time you stop putting all your eggs in the faith basket. Pray, yes, but also hustle. God helps those who help themselves. But here is the thing. Deep in my heart, I believe that if I keep holding on to God, He will come through for me. Yet, at the same time, I'm scared. What if they are right and I'm just being naive? So I need to ask. As immigrants, how much should we lean on faith versus practicality? Am I really trusting God, or am I hiding behind faith instead of facing reality?
Interesting story.
Interesting story. I think it's quite different. The other person is comfortable. This person
Yes,
is not
and
comfortable.
yes.
And it's
So, yeah, I also love this story because life abroad is different from back home. I mean, let's talk about rent. You pay rent annually at home. Here it's monthly, and the bills keep piling up.
Yeah.
It's basically you pay for everything. We used to play like with my roommates, with colleagues. Like basically here, what you don't pay for is the air you breathe. You pay for everything. When I say everything, I mean everything. Now, let me just give you a story.
Yeah.
So, we're just discussing this. Like, thank God you guys brought this story about job applications, looking for, you want to get something doing, because the way I feel, the way I see it, if you don't earn anything within a period of 3 months abroad, you're gonna stay homeless.
Yeah,
you're gonna
of course.
sleep on the streets
That's
because
for
you can't keep up with the bills.
Yeah.
So, I was asking my advisor that kind of what is the best way of getting a job, a postdoc as a student, as a PhD student, a postdoc, or getting a job at the industry. He told me, yeah, you can send applications, but you need connections. As a Christian, we believe most of the times you pray, do your due diligence, do what you're supposed to do, apply for jobs where it has been advertised, and be frank. God will just believe in God. God will make a way. Yes. And now talking about that faith versus practicality.
Yeah.
Faith without works is dead. That practicality is the work you put in.
Yeah.
Now, I would say you have to put in 100% of that practicality.
True.
I don't know. I can say you can put in 50% of faith, because faith has been quantified. Jesus said, like, if you have faith like a mustard seed. So I kind of believe, this is my personal opinion, that faith has levels. Just have that faith, believe in God, but you have to do that practically till 100%. Even if you can't practice, like, have that 100% faith, you still have some doubt in your mind. Oh, I'm trying to apply for jobs. I don't know anyone. I don't need to talk to anybody. I don't believe that works. I kind of believe, pray to God and then have that faith as much as possible as you can have. But you need those connections 100%. You have to look for help, resources, talk to people in the industry, at the institution. you have to avail yourself that you need this.
Yeah.
If you just stay in isolation in your room, nobody would know that this guy needs help. Right?
Yeah.
Yeah, we know. I believe, I somewhat believe God performs miracles. He can send a guardian angel. He can send anyone. He
Yeah.
reveals to anybody when you pray. But you also need to put in that works.
Yes.
Yes.
Because the faith without works is that
It's
most especially in this part of the world.
True. I agree. So I
Yes.
have like one funny last question for you. Do you believe in village people abroad?
That's a tough question for me.
Have you ever believed in village people?
Yeah, I think that should be a first start, right?
So I would say yes.
Even abroad?
Even abroad.
Oh wow. Okay.
Yeah.
So whatever you do abroad, I think you have to keep things to yourself. Let's face the fact. Not everyone back home is happy that you are abroad. Right?
Yeah.
And you posting a lot of your successes on social media. It's not everybody is saying congratulations, they're happy. Not, so you have to keep things, at check. Because, even in your absence, we know the society we come from, some people might try to do something, to they want to see you back home the way you left. The way you left without any growth. Let's be candid about that. So I kind of feel like, even though we believe that, you pray to God, nothing will happen, have that faith.
Yeah.
But you should try to also keep your personal life to yourself as much as possible. Because the truth is, we know that
Not everybody's
witches exist, demons exist. That's the truth. Demons exist. And if you are not strong spiritually, or at a point in life you are backsliding, they can get at you.
Yeah.
So don't allow that moment to be a period where they can get at you. So try as much as possible to keep your personal life, your private life to yourself. Because as much as we believe that there are angels, there are demons.
Okay. So not like I'm trying to drag out this. So my question now is like, how in Nigeria, maybe any small thing that happens, they're like, okay, maybe your family people is like putting together one otomopo for you. Like otomopo means like dibia or like something bad for you. So in my head, I'm like, so if they're doing the otomopo, is it that the otomopo will like move overseas, like it will travel all the way from Nigeria to come and jam you in abroad? I don't know if you get what I mean. Or like people that say they have like attacks, like, or maybe the witches are attacking them. I barely hear people say they have attack in abroad. So I'm now wondering, like, is that a coined mindset in back home, or like is just something that's, I'm not saying that I don't know witches, but I just feel like it's a lot in Nigeria. They're always like, oh, somebody's attacking you, somebody's doing one automopo for you, something like that. So I'm just like, does it really move, or like?
Personally, I don't believe that can move. Really, I don't believe it can move. It happens back home, wherever you visit back home, wherever, anything can happen. But I don't believe that it can follow you here.
Yeah.
Kind of. I don't believe. And one thing is that do your due diligence, pray, have faith, nothing would happen. Yeah, I know it's anything that has to do with anything back home, village people is spiritual. Spiritual, I don't think has boundaries. It doesn't have maybe it needs to buy get book, plane ticket, whatever. It's spiritual is spiritual.
Yeah.
So but for me, I don't believe it can happen to me. Or it happens. I've rarely heard anyone say, oh, he's suspecting something is happening back home, that's why he's not making progress here, he's not being successful. I've not heard of anyone say that. So because there's one thing with humans, out of sight is kind of out of mind. So that was why initially I said try to keep things to yourself.
Yeah,
yes,
that makes sense. That's a very nice conclusion.
Yeah, thank you so much for that wonderful take.
We enjoyed it. So it was a nice discussion, like talking about how fits as immigrant, and then I think the stories too did justice because they came from like two different perspectives, and that's really nice. So we're on to move to the next section, and that is where we play a this or that game with you. So we're going to be giving you two options, this versus that, and then we want you to pick one and give like a short, explanation on why you picked that one.
Okay.
So the first option I have is Nigerian praise and worship versus quiet Western hymn.
Nigerian praise and worship.
I guess that's much.
Yeah, because somebody like me, and I feel like a lot of others once you're in Nigeria, the praise and worship is awesome. I feel my spirit stirred up anytime I'm in the worship session and everything.
Yeah.
I feel like, oh, I'm in the presence of God. I'm in the house of God. So I need that. And I also enjoy the praise section because I need to express my joy. I need to dance to show my appreciation to God for everything. Here is so quiet.
I miss dancing.
Yeah, I think I miss that a lot. The
Yeah.
joy that we radiate on those
Yeah.
Sundays.
Dance a
They
lot.
say dance away your problem. You're sweating
Yeah.
when you're going home.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I miss that.
So the next option is sharing testimonies on stage versus keeping your gist private.
I prefer on stage.
Ooh. I don't know that said that everything should be out.
But what kind of testimony, here or online? I mean, on stage in the church?
Yeah. Okay, true. That's not online.
Yeah.
But okay, like sending a video back home, God has done this.
No.
I'll
I'll keep it to myself. I'll keep it to myself. Yes.
Alright. So the next one is joining online service versus physical service.
I prefer physical service because if I join online service, that possibility of getting distracted is high.
Yes.
Yes, anything that comes into my phone, it vibrates. I would like to check whatever. I can just pick something. I want to drink this, while you're an online church. So, but if I'm physically present, seated in the church, I kind of put my attention on everything to the worship. So
Sure.
I prefer in person. Yes.
Yeah. What do you prefer?
I think I prefer like the physical service because the Bible also encourages us to fellowship with our fellow brethren. So
Yes.
I think that's a good way to do that.
Yes.
So, but for people that don't have time, they might want the online service rather than not even fellowshipping. It's
At
better you
home.
do it online. So
Yes.
that'll be my take.
Yes.
So our next question is paying tithes faithfully versus sending that money home to family.
This is very
This
controversial.
is very sensitive and controversial. Well, from my understanding, when it comes to tithe, it's 100%. You need to pay your tithe, right? I've not seen a portion in the Bible where they said if you help people, assisting people with your money and everything, that kind of substitute tithe.
Yeah.
I'm not sure about that,
Yeah.
but I don't think that tithe helping people or sending money back home substitute tithe.
Yeah.
Yes, so pay your tithes 100%. Then you can also help people back home.
Yeah.
Yes.
So I wanted to say this, but don't you guys think like also coming abroad also makes you relent a little in tithe paying? Especially
Yes.
depending on the church that you attend. Because in Nigeria they're always preaching like, you have to do this. If not, no
Pay
blessings will
tithes.
come in your life. But here they're not actively preaching those things. So it's easy to just, get forget yourself and
Yes.
just be laid back. I don't know.
Yes, it will make you relent because they don't emphasize it like back home. Right. Back home, some churches will even tell you if you don't pay your tithe, you're not going to heaven.
That kind of exactly.
And also, here, I kind of think another factor is the bills here can be crazy.
Yes.
Sometimes you can be indebted. You
It's
want to
true.
clear. You
Yeah.
want to clear a lot of debt on
Yes,
you.
it's true.
If you're driving, you might get tickets and everything. So unexpected bills. Sometimes to make you, I need to clear these bills. If not, it keeps on piling. So it will make you actually relent.
Yeah.
Yes, it's not like you want to do it intentionally,
I agree
but circumstances and situation will kind of drive you to do
to
that.
that point.
I also think for some people, they, when you convert the money, they're like, and it's weird though, because I've heard some people say like, so for some people they can pay tithe on 10,000, they can drop down 1,000. Once it's 1 million and then they see that it's 100,000, they're like, God will understand. which
Yes.
is fair, but I mean,
Yeah.
pay
Yes.
your tithes means pay your tithes.
Yeah. Stop the conversion.
Yeah, because when you think about it, like when you check your paycheck and then you see the amount you're supposed to pay for tithes, you're like, this is my grocery for 1 month though.
Yes.
Like,
Yes.
it's
Yes.
kind of,
Try to avoid the conversion, and then you'll be fine.
Yeah. So our last question is, well, I think we've discussed this, but God's timing is the best versus God helps those who help themselves.
Yes. Like I said earlier, God's timing is the best. He's the author and architect of our faith and everything. He created us. So he knows what is best and what is good for us. Yeah, we should, trust in God, but also we need to do our own part. Yes.
So what option are you picking? Because you
So if I have to pick a side, I would say have faith in God.
God's timing is the
God's
best.
time is the best.
So what happened to God help those who have
Faith
themselves?
without work is
work. Alajalia.
Yeah.
Confusing
Yeah.
us.
Based on her question,
Okay.
yeah, she said if you have to pick a side,
Okay, you pick
do
God's
you
timing.
do you just believe in yourself or your practicality and eliminate God completely? I don't think that would work,
Yeah.
because imagine you say, okay, I don't trust in God, I don't believe in God. It's basically like you don't have a faith in God or whatever. Like I said initially, like have faith, but that was why I say faith should be like 50% at least, but the practicality should be 100%. But if I have to pick a side, doesn't mean I have to, everything is practical, I will leave God. I can't leave God. Yes.
True.
Yeah, because I'm also saying that the other side also involves God, but it's just saying God and helping yourself too.
Yes.
Okay, it's all right.
It's
Yeah, it's controversial. I mean,
Yeah,
so
it's
but
kind of
this is my
controversial.
opinion and the way I
Yeah.
see it.
The way
You-
you see it.
I just feel like you can't do without
God.
God.
Yeah, okay, well, it's true, Sha, because it's, even when you help yourself, it is when God decides that it's your time that's going to be your time,
Exactly.
which is the honest truth.
Exactly.
Yeah, so I think that's a good place to round it off.
Yeah.
So we'll move to the next thing we have. So we've come to the end of this episode, guys. So if you've been watching till this point, you guys are our real G's. We celebrate you guys. Thank you guys so much. So as we come to the end, we always do this quick 3-2-1 game with our guests where we ask them 3-2-1 questions and then they tell us what they think. So it goes like this. What are 3 things you're loving right now, 2 boundaries you protect, and 1 thing you wish you knew 5 years ago?
Okay. 3 things that I love right now. I love the weather. I love driving around, and I love the serenity of the environment. Everything is cool. I mean, everything is organized, right? No chaos, no noise.
I see.
Yes. 2 things that I keep at check. One thing is I'm married and my wife is still back home, so I keep my family life at check, like relationship. I know that I'm here for my studies, so I focus on my studies.
Ooh.
I don't get distracted. I don't want to have to worry about relationship, whatever. Yeah, so I
So-
keep those things at check.
I check. So are you saying that the boundary you put is that you are putting that boundary that I'm married, so nobody should come close? Is that what you're saying? Is that what I'm hearing?
So coming close, you have to define what coming close mean.
So you're saying that you let people know that you're married, so people don't cross the boundary knowing that you're a married man, and making sure that your family is okay. Is that the boundary?
I can make friends. I have a lot of friends,
Mhm.
but it stops at friendship and
Oh.
yeah, but
This is a
nothing.
faithful man. That's why we brought him for this topic. Faith as an immigrant. This is a
Yeah, those are the 2 things. And the last question was
Yes, 1 thing you wish you knew.
You only gave us
One boundary, yeah. So we need 2 boundaries you protect.
one thing. The second one is my studies. I don't allow like things around me, the surrounding and everything, going out, whatever, to kind of deviate my attention from my studies. Because I mean, if I don't study, that's my primary purpose of coming here.
Yes.
And if I allow other distractions take out my attention from my study, they're gonna kick me out. So, and I don't want that to happen. So I keep that at check. I have to do my due diligence on that. Yes.
This man is a model.
And this is the first person that hasn't said peace. You people that are protecting your peace.
It's true.
Who stole it?
Yes. Who is not the person giving war? Since everybody is giving peace.
As in,
Maybe we should check out.
it's
So what is one thing you wish you knew 5 years ago?
That's a hard one. So I wish I knew that everything here is not rosy. It's a perception we had back home, like, oh, once you leave the shores of Nigeria, you've made it in this life.
That's another topic for discussion.
No. If you move down here, it's totally different.
Yeah.
So, because, I mean, this is a topic that we can discuss from now till tomorrow, because it's not what people think or what you expect. So, if you come, every place has its own challenges. Yeah, the challenges you face back home, they are different. The ones you face here are totally different. Yeah, and they are all difficult to navigate.
I see. So, with what you're saying now, that maybe things are not super rosy like the way we paint it back home in Nigeria. So, what would have changed, like, if you knew what you knew now? Like, how would you approach the situation of coming into this country, or what you've done? What would you change?
Yeah, I would have been prepared for it. I came unprepared for it.
Okay.
Yeah, so one thing, so I'll just make this like a general comment.
Yeah.
Keep your relationships back with people back home, like healthy relationships, because here, I mean, that kind of sense of neighborhood togetherness we have back home doesn't exist here. You are on your own. You are totally an island here. Yeah. So when you get into trouble here, you are on your own. How people say oyo. So yes. So I mean, so keep those relationships at check. That's why I still keep all my communication channels back home, like the healthy relationship I have with my friends, the relatives. We do chat, we do call. I don't feel like, oh, I've already crossed the border, I should forget everybody back home. No, anything can happen. Situation can change. Probably God wants you to come and get experience here and go back home. You don't know where you're going to land. Probably those people you left back home would be the people, you know, to lift you up when you get back home.
That's such a valid point.
Yeah, so I believe so that totally changed, and you have to keep all your communication channels open.
I think one thing I noticed, like from what you just said, is like you're not too busy. Because I feel when we come here, sometimes we're like, oh, everybody's busy, everything is. But the fact that you're like, oh, you are keeping the communication channel open just means that you are willing. Yes, you're intentional about
create time. There's no time, but you have to create that time.
But yeah, that's true. And I also think that nobody's ever that busy. You know, honestly, like if you feel something is important to you, you will make out time.
Yes,
and that's just the honest truth. So those people that are giving you excuses that they are abroad, they don't have time, they just don't want to talk to you. This is my 2 cents.
Yes. Sure.
So thank you so much, Ali, for this interesting take. I really appreciate you. Thank you for coming.
Thank you for having me.
Thank you so much, Ali, for your interesting take. We had so much fun, you know, discussing this topic with you. Like, there was no other model would use to digest this topic aside you. Thank you for those wonderful takes. We had a lovely time.
Yes.
Thank you so much.
I appreciate you. Thank you for, you know, I feel your time is actually important. You could have been using this time to do something else and then come sit down and have this discussion with us. We kind of like appreciate you. And we've come to the end
of this wonderful episode, guys. And if you've stayed up to this point, we appreciate you guys. And please also make sure to like,
comment, share, and subscribe.
Thank you.